Hi, my gorgeous beings. So I wanted to take a few minutes to get into our weekly overview, starting the week of 11/28. Wow, when did November even freaking happen? Am I right? um, let's get into this message. What's going on? What's going on? Cancer energy came through. It was really the Chariot card. This is the week that someone will be making a move. Oh my God, are you kidding me? You might be the one making a move. A Cancerian placement might have had their eye on you for a while. For whatever reason, I'm hearing Cancer moon and Cancer rising. So you might not know this person's chart. Someone's definitely watching you though, and this has to do with wanting to provide you with an opportunity. I was laughing though because the first card that came out for us was Cancer, the Cancer card. After I was just talking about Cancer energy, it was popping up in the deck, and then something told me to pull out a totally different deck, the Sign Synchronicities and Advice from Divine deck, and the freaking Cancer card popped out. So what's up, Spirit? Something moves forward this week. I'm hearing champion, victory, victory with being seen, victory with, for some of you, it's something to do with work. It's like you finally said what you had to say, or you took up space in some way. Maybe you quit, or your energy shifted, to the point of others recognizing, right? This doesn't have to just be at work, but it was like something that you did or that you're doing this week triggers others' reactions. Like I just heard chain reaction. And I feel like part of you, yes, is doing this for a reaction, but part of you is just so done or so ready or so just motivated to do something new, hop into something new, try something new, be done with something, that you're mostly doing this for you. And you're also doing it because you're tired and you're like, you know what? I'm over this. I'm done. I'm trying something new. I don't care about taking a risk. I don't care about if I fail. It's like I've done everything, tried everything, felt everything. Let's just do this. And it triggers something. For some of you, it has something to do with a divine connection, right? That's the next card coming out. So for some of you, yeah, this will be your twin flame dynamic, soulmate dynamic, whatever. Some of you, it's this angel or these angels on the other side that have been pushing you to do this. You could be seeing dimes, change in the street. I'm also hearing just change in general, right? Change will be a theme this week. What's changing? Who's changing? How are you changing? Something. I'm hearing Scorpio energy. So Scorpio season could have prompted this. Something that went down in Scorpio season. It's just like, I don't know. It's giving me this over it energy. It's like something about that fear or that hesitancy. It's like it's dissolving. You know, it's almost like you're numb to something, and not necessarily in a toxic way. It's just like I'm hearing somebody's guide say, well, this is what you needed. It's like the straw that broke the camel's back. It's like, well, like I was saying before, I'm so over this. I'm so over waiting. I'm so over whatever that it triggers a realness in you. It triggers movement in you. All right. And this movement's going to look different for everybody, but it's looking good on you. You know, I'm seeing pastel colors. That could be significant. Some of you guys are like preparing a baby room or preparing for a new project, because this project is like representative of your baby. So there's a focus that you're deciding to give your undivided attention to. For some of you, this whole painting of a new baby's room is like figurative. It's metaphoric for 444 on the clock. I just looked at the phone for the first time and it was 444. Okay, angels. But for others of you, this is like preparing for this new idea, this new grand arrival. Some of you don't even know what you're preparing for, but you're just getting all of these feelings, this inspiration, these inklings to just do it. It's just like, do it, right? This week. Nike sign check, whatever. Just do it. Okay. I don't know. Now Leo energy is popping up. So let's see. What is this? What do you want from me? What do you want from me? That song keeps coming through. For some of you guys, you're detaching from the fuckery. You're kind of like, I'm tired of bending over backwards for you. It's all love. I'm extending that, continuously. But I'm doing it from a distance. Or I'm doing it for me first. Or I'm changing up how this looks. Or I'm done with this contract. And that's why it's like partly why I'm getting that song. Oh my God, I look at the phone again and it's 555. Partly why I'm getting that song, What Do You Want From Me? Because it's like, what do you want from me? I've done everything, I've given everything, and it's still not enough. Or it's still not matched. It's still not reciprocated. So some of you guys are changing up the game. You're charging forward with that chariot energy. And some of you guys are removing yourself from a situation, an environment, a household, a contract, a partnership, even if it's energetically. Some of you guys have been energetically dancing with others, right? The telepathy, all of that, the cat and mouse chase, social media back and forth, and you're over it. It's just the kind of energy I'm getting. And the funny thing is, it's like, it's not this bitter, nasty energy. It's just like, I see myself differently now. Like something has shifted, something has clicked within me. And I just don't care. And isn't it funny how sometimes when you just stop caring, right, things change? Because you have less of an attachment to the insecurity, less of an attachment to expectations from people, and it frees up the energy. It's kind of just like, whatever happens, happens. And sometimes it's like, that's why we think the journey. That's why we think the progression, because it's like, this is how it needed to happen in order for you to get to this point. All right, I don't know, I'm hearing bamboozled. It's like you would have just kept on being bamboozled, tricked, whatever, dragged along until spirit stepped in and showed you something or broke your camel back and said, enough is enough. So something major had to happen to get you to this point. Aries energy just popped out. Soulmates card just popped out. All right. We also have 111 and we have the yellow card that popped out. Some of you are finding your joy again. I'm hearing finding joy in the little things. So that will be a focus this week. I'm hearing bundle of joy. Yeah, you're getting your self-esteem on again this week. Your energy is improving. I feel like some of you are escaping the fog that you've been in. This is personal power. Leo energy again. For some of you, a baby spirit boy is speaking to you this week, encouraging you to stand up for yourself, just encouraging you to connect with yourself or maybe connect with them. I'm hearing Zach. I'm seeing the number 8. I'm seeing infinity sign. I'm seeing the color blue. I'm seeing daisies. I'm hearing that song. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone, right? It's like I said, seeing past the fog, right? Some of you, yeah, this is a call to be in your Aries energy, right? Because Aries is a very masculine sign. It can also sometimes be a very selfish sign, but not always in a bad way. Selfish isn't always bad. Sometimes you need to be selfish, all up in your ish, all up in the self. It's not always a bad thing, right? Although our culture has kind of conditioned us to see that as a negative thing. It's not always, right? That's Emperor energy, divine masculine energy. Very much in alignment with that go, go, go energy that Aries, goes after what it wants. A lot of times it just focused on what it wants. It's like, I see, I want, I get this week, right? And 111 is beautifully complementing that energy because 111 is I think, I get, right? So focus on what you're thinking or be mindful of what you're thinking this week because you're manifesting. So it's going to be a great week for you to challenge your thoughts, mind your thoughts, experiment with your thoughts, And watch how they become things, right? You're focusing on something negative, more negative becomes of that. You're focusing on something positive, and you start realizing all of these positive things coming from that. So your mind is getting you what you want this week, whether you like it or not. All right. But I see you actually, like, the potential is here to bring in beautiful things, right? We have the yellow card. Like I said, that's the happiness card in this deck anyway that I made. It's like the sun card. Think of the sun card, also masculine energy. So I don't know. I see the potential here for you to get what you want this week, honestly. What do you want? What do you want? From a notebook, right? What you want is what you'll get. Some of you are wanting a divine connection. Some of you are planting the seeds for that. Some of you want that crush to finally speak up, or that person or whoever to finally speak up to you. Some of you are manifesting that. Some of you are making the first move in that, 11:11 I just saw on the clock. Yeah, but the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, it's like very much what we've been talking about last week about overgiving and being mindful of overgiving yourself, overextending yourself. We talk about this a lot. You're noticing your patterns here, and you're noticing where it comes back to bite you in the ass. It's like, well, is being everyone's everything being a good person, or is it just being a dumb person? I mean, just to be raw about it. It's like you put in all this work to be seen as this amazing giving person. What is that giving to you? Right? Maybe being a good person is standing in your truth. Maybe being a good person sometimes is going silent, going ghost, or going inwards. So some of you are weighing the pros and the cons of how you've been approaching life, how you've been approaching relationships. So that will be a theme this week. Some of you are working on a transition, or like working on a new plan or a new approach to strengthen who you are. It's like to strengthen your strengths while addressing your weaknesses. So it's like, you're making dinner, you're making a soup, and you're evaluating, what does this need more of? A little bit more salt, a little bit less, whatever. And that's funny because I just heard you can't always take things away. So it's like once the ingredient is in the soup, you can't remove it because it's in the soup, but you can adjust it. You can keep it in mind for next time. Okay, next time I won't put this much in the soup, right? But you can't reverse it really, right? It's already there. But you can add other stuff, right? So it's not all bad. But it's also like, yeah, but still be careful about what you already did, because it's already out in the universe. It's already out there. It's already been said to that person. It's already been done. Yeah, we have Sagittarius energy here. I feel like Sagittarius season, or we're focused on this particular week, right? Building. Again, like rebuilding a foundation. We have the Eight of Pentacles, the Four of Wands. Building your happiness. Creating your happiness. I'm hearing I'm a work in progress, but I'm still that big. I just heard. I'm a work in progress, but I'm still that alpha. Yeah, this is carrying a lot of the energy that we've been speaking about this week. Yeah, I see a wish fulfillment taking place this week. I see balloons. Someone's packing to move away. Someone's packing to come towards you. Could be an unexpected visitor. Could be from a Sagittarius. I feel like your work environment will be stabilizing this week. I'm hearing keep to yourself. Read the room, I'm hearing. Unexpected surprise this week. in regards to how your work is going to flow, in regards to how your progress has been progressing. It's like just when you think it hasn't been working, or just when you think, you know, spirit hasn't been listening, or your method, your approach has been ineffective, you realize that it actually has been. You've actually made progress, right? And this is all happening at the same time as you realizing what's not working. So it's like a very like simultaneous happening. So it might feel like a lot's going on, but really a lot's coming together. Balance, right? This temperance card, a lot of times that's that balance. That's that angel in the middle, kind of, you know, approaching a situation from a balanced perspective. It's like not doing too much of this, but not doing too much of this. It's like finding the right balance. That's a theme this week. I see contracts. Some of you guys are going to be signing a contract this week. Or like kind of like how we said much earlier, ridding yourself of a contract. So you're realizing like this took all the time that it needed in my life. This contract is up. Whether it's a contract with a person, like a karmic contract, or a home contract, a work contract, you're realizing that it's come to an end. Maybe it will begin again in a more healthier state, or maybe it will come back around, but for right now, it's over. And you're gonna have to make peace with that in whatever way works best for you. But I see some of you being really happy about something, hearing about the progression of something. That's the best way I can put it. Hearing about, it's like finding out, like I said earlier, the work that you put in has not been in vain. Something along those lines comes to your attention this week. I feel like a resolution is found, gathered, almost like it's brought to you. We need a resolution. We need a resolution. Trials and tribulations. I'm hearing when there's a will, there's a way. Something about keeping to yourself as well. Keeping happy news to yourself, or keeping plans to yourself. Be careful about who you're sharing them with, because some people are, you know, going to ruin the plans by how they respond to your news, or how what unsolicited or solicited advice that they have to offer, or just their attitude in general. Like some people just don't bring the right energy to your plans, and that's cool. It's not meant for everybody, and sometimes it's just not meant for certain people at certain times. So this week, just keep, you might want to keep certain things to yourself, or leave certain details out, and move in silence. You might want to go ahead and tell people once the mission is complete, or once the contract is complete, or once you know for a fact that you have that thing in your hands, so it's not ruined. Because it's not to say that this person has power over your life, or this person has power over a decision that you want to make, or plans that you have, but sometimes they can just spoil the energy for you, spoil the mood, spoil the aura, the ambiance, just by how they respond. So it's not about them having power over you. It's about, is this worth sharing? Sometimes you just have to keep things happy things to yourself, to keep it alive, to keep it inspiring, to keep it going. So that's for somebody. (888-444-111). 404 will be some numbers that could be coming through for you this week. Yeah, I don't know. I see a celebration. Life is a celebration. Here we go again. Everything in moderation. So some of you are going to be celebrating communication coming in from someone. A lot of you this week will be connecting with a loved one strongly. So I don't know how they're going to come through. They're going to come through differently for everyone, but you have guides celebrating you this week. So there's something that's happening. Maybe you feel like you're not being celebrated enough or seen enough this week for an accomplishment, or you're not celebrating yourself enough. So you have your guides over here trying to like hype you up in certain ways. Like, go out, buy yourself a gift, celebrate, cheers, whatever. They want you to celebrate this accomplishment, this milestone, which could be as small as, changing up how you respond to something or changing up how you deal with someone, right? They could literally be responding a toxic cycle or habit or approach that you're breaking. And this is basically them trying to say, celebrate what you think are the small things that are really the big things, because these are the things that are changing your life, right? Change your habits, change your life. Change your approach, change your life. So they're trying to say, hey, this is incredibly important. Celebrate this, note this, journal this, spread this. So that's that. I feel like some Sagittariuses are realizing who their real friends are this week, who their real people are. This could also be the case for really any sign, but Sagittarius is sticking out for me. Yeah, I'm hearing like you're not losing out. Some of you might feel like you're losing out because things are disappearing from your life, right? But that's what happens when you ask Spirit to be leveled up, when you ask Spirit for better, right? They're going to eliminate the things that maybe you thought were good, that you thought were precious and special in your life, that really were like weeds taking up space in your garden. So if you're realizing that you're experiencing a ton of loss in a short period of time, this is almost like Spirit answering. This is Spirit answering your prayers. So you might see people leaving your life, habits leaving your life, material items leaving your life. Oftentimes this happens when we're making space for better. Yeah, I don't know. I'm hearing this random ass song. It's like, I'm sailing away. Okay. So that's heavy Six of Swords energy. This is like moving forward from troubled waters, rocky waters, and you're just sailing away with the one or two people that mean the most to you or that are down for you, right? Sometimes you think all these people and these things are down for you, are right for you, and they're not. So if you're experiencing this feeling of loss, that's what's going on, especially this week. I'm hearing sometimes it's okay to have your guard up. Sometimes you need to have your guard up. It's just about learning to use the discernment that's going to tell you when is the right time to do that. Because sometimes we keep out the wrong people by doing that. Other times we keep out the right people by doing that. So you're learning discernment. You're exercising when it's right to have your guard up, right? Because sometimes we necessarily do so. We unnecessarily do so when we're, still healing or still grieving or still mourning the past or our traumas. We have unnecessary guards up. So some of you are being tested this week in finally learning what it looks like to keep your guard up at the right time, if that makes sense. Yeah, a lot of soulmate energy coming through. It's like this continued message of let me stop talking for a minute because there's noise in the background. Tell me more, Spirit. Tell me more. Capricorn energy, self-worth. What's going on this week, Spirit? Destruction. Yeah, this week there's a lot of energy around soulmates, which is a continued message, right? We've been getting this message of like attracting the right people for you, attracting your soulmates. So I see that continuing this week. Especially as you make room by allowing the old to leave your life. Capricorn is highlighted here. Capricorn season is highlighted here. A lot of you are going to be using the power of no this week. Saying no when you just don't feel like it. Saying no when you're tired. Saying no when you have too much on your plate. And it's improving your self-worth. As you can see here, we have the self-worth card here. So some of you have been afraid to do that. I think we talked about this in the last video too. You've been afraid of using your power of your no because you've been afraid of losing people, but you can't lose the right people. In fact, using your no is only going to strengthen your relationship with the right people. It's going to weaken your relationship with the wrong people. And so that's why you might see, once again, this pattern of people leaving. The right people are not going to leave you. So if they are, that is your sign. But a lot of you will be hearing communication from newer people, soulmates, or old people returning who are meant to be in your life. Maybe they've evolved, right? But with this Dove card here, you will for sure be receiving confirmation from your guides and your angels, especially as it pertains to certain questions you have this week about how to set boundaries or whether you should let certain people leave or come in, right? An example would be asking a question, right? Like, angels, guides, universe, how do you feel about me reconciling with this person, right? Show me a sign, show me a bird, show me whatever, and letting them show you that, right? And that's you kind of practicing or strengthening your relationship with them. So they're going to be here this week, making themselves known, making themselves available, making themselves present for you. Some of you are wondering if you should continue to hold on to something toxic. I mean, what do you think the answer is? It's a hard no. Some of you are just not feeling valued by someone or seen by someone, and you're like, well, should I continue to hold on to this? Like, what do you think? I know sometimes we ask the question anyway, but the answer is no. For some of you, it might be a Capricorn. For some of you, this person, you might have until Capricorn season to let this person go before Spirit turns the energy up a notch and makes things very uncomfortable so that you will have no choice but to let them go. Some of you will feel like you're balancing a lot this week, but I feel that as long as you can handle it, as long as you're feeling productive, you'll be able to manage this. Like, you'll have a lot of things, like you're just gonna have a lot on your plate, but that's not necessarily bad. But they're saying that if it gets to a point where you're feeling overwhelmed, that's when you need to exercise discernment and pull back your energy from something before you run yourself into the ground. Okay, that's where this no might come into place. Nope, can't do that. Sometimes you need to tell yourself no. Nope, that can wait till next week. Nope, I don't really need this outfit. Whatever it may be for you. Sometimes a no simply means a not yet. It's not the right time. All right, let's just get a couple more messages. What's this say? Your flaws are what make you flawless. That one keeps coming out from the fortune cookie deck. Your flaws are what make you flawless. Absolutely. Clearly we need that one. What do we have? A message will be hidden in a conversation with another. Yeah, communication will be highlighted this week. Pay attention to the conversations, pay attention to the words that people are using, the energy that they're exuding, and pay attention to yours. Pay attention to your body language. Pay attention to how others are affecting you. Pay attention to what's making you feel small or jealous, or hindered or big or passionate. How are people making you feel? How is that job making you feel? How is that situation making you feel? Pay attention. Yeah, we have love is in the air. A reason to celebrate is near. I told you guys, celebration. Someone finds you mesmerizing. We also talked about a secret admirer. Yep. A beautiful shift is occurring within you. This is leading to something big. And then we have congratulations in advance. Yep. Let life take its time with you. Let your guides take their time with you this week. But also, like I said, I see that you're just getting to a point where you're just caring less and less. You're like, well, where has overly caring gotten me? It's not like you're gonna, become this disrespectful person, but it's like, where has caring about their feelings and their wants more than mine gotten me, really? Heartbreak, disappointment, exhaustion, drainage. You save the world, you save others, you save relationships by saving yourself first. So that's going to be a theme this week. That couples beautifully with this beautiful shift that's occurring within you that we just got from this card here. And so it's opening up the flow of love. It's opening up your capacity to love, your capacity to receive love this week. It's amazing how sometimes when you give less, you get more. It's the way energy works sometimes. Sometimes you don't have the capacity to give so much. It's about honoring yourself, honoring your body, honoring your needs. And that's all about listening to the flow, accepting the flow, receiving the flow, going with the flow. Learning yourself, learning your rhythm, learning life's rhythm, right? So you're getting better at that. And this week, something about that clicks for you. So, with that being said, I'm going to conclude the video here. Extra messages will be presented in the space, and I'm looking forward to hearing about how everyone's week unfolds. Love you so much.